everybody out there in YouTube land. Jake of the One-Man Band is back again, and welcome to another Hunger Games simulation. This time, it's an extra spooky one. You want to know why? Because we're doing classic creepypasta monsters in this one. Alrighty, my friends. So, a lot to go through. A lot of old nostalgic creatures to go through on this one. So let's begin. From District 1, we have the two most popular, Jeff the Killer and the Slender Man. From District 2, we have Mr. Widemouth and Jane the Killer. District 3, we have Sonic.exe and the Tails Doll. From District 4, we have Laughing Jack and the Rake. From District 5, we have Red and the Skin Taker. From District 6, we have Happy Appy and Ticky Toby. From District 7, we have the Assassin from the creepypasta JVK1166Z.esp. It's a Morrowind creepypasta. And, of course, the Ghost from Pokemon Black. From District 8, we have Smile Dog and Eyeless Jack. From District 6, we have the Ben Drowned statue and Zalgo. From District 10, we have Hero Brian and Pinkamena Diane Pie from Cupcakes. From District 11, we have Suicide Mouse and Squidward Suicide. Lots of suicide going on there. And from District 12, we have Negative Mickey and the Sandman. Now, my friends, if any of you haven't read the appropriate creepypastas connected to these monsters, these creatures, I suggest you go do so now. I mean, I have a history of the creepypastas. I've read a few, I've written a few. I've been a fan of creepypasta narration ever since they first started to become popular on YouTube. So, this one has been a long time coming. I was planning a creepypasta Hunger Games ever since Season 1. So now that we're finally here near the end of Season 2, we're finally to it. And it's the classics, the well-known ones. So, the time has come to choose your champions. Choose your tributes. Who do you think is gonna win? Now for me, this is really difficult. I think I'm gonna go with Red from SNES Godzilla, SNES Godzilla, the Assassin, and Mr. Widemouth. I really enjoyed those creepypastas when they came out. I love to read them. I love to listen to the narration. I love those ones. But hey, choose your three tributes. Choose your three champions, and let us begin this super scary Hunger Games simulation. Let's begin. The bloodbath, and as we know, the bloodbath is gonna be a bloodbath because these are creepypasta monsters. They're gonna have to kill each other. As the tributes stand on their podiums, the horn sounds, and it begins. Jane the Killer and Slender Man fight for a bag. Jane the Killer strangles Slender Man with the straps and runs. One of the most overpowered creepypasta entities, Slender Man, is the first casualty of this Hunger Game. This is gonna be a good one. It's gonna be a good one. Automatically. It's gonna happen. It's gonna be a good one. The Rake and Zalgo both run away from the cornucopia. Happy Appy and the Tails Doll fight for a bag, but the Tails Doll gives up and retreats. The Sandman runs away from the cornucopia. Jeff the Killer finds a bow, some arrows, and a quiver. Not quite as knives, but you know, they're like really fast knives that you can shoot really fast. Hero Brian stays at the cornucopia for resources. Sonic.exe finds a canteen full of water. Pinkamena Diane Pie runs away from the cornucopia. Eyeless Jack runs away from the cornucopia with some rope and a lighter. Squidward Suicide runs away from the cornucopia. Suicide Mouse snatches a bottle of alcohol and a rag. Smile Dog runs away from the cornucopia. Ticky Toby runs away from the cornucopia. Ben Drowns finds a bag full of explosives. You gotta be careful with those. Gotta be careful with them. Laughing Jack grabs a shield leaning against the cornucopia. Ghost the Skin Taker, and Mr. Widemouth get into a fight. And Ghost triumphantly kills them both. No, Mr. Widemouth, why? No, dang it. Your cute creepiness could have been the linchpin that could have gotten you victory. But instead, you fight Ghost? I mean, how are you supposed to fight a ghost? Both of you are... He's an incorporeal being. I'm not quite sure how they're going to defeat Ghost, though. The assassin breaks Red's nose for a basket of bread. Okay, they're not dead. They're not dead. Guys, you two, Assassin, Red, don't fight. You're my last two. And Negative Mickey accidentally steps on a landmine. Well, that's good, because Negative Mickey is a creepy mother foe. So, he is creepy. Abandoned by Disney is the creepypasta he's from. And that is a creepypasta that is frightening. At least to me, because I'm a big Disney fan. And the follow-up to it that was written by the same guy. I cannot remember what it's called. It's something Disney Room. It's something like that. Look it up. You'll find it. Read it or listen to a narration of it. It's amazing. Day 1 begins. Smile Dog searches for a water source. Ghost begs for Jane the Killer to kill her. She reluctantly obliges and kills a ghost. Somehow, I guess she was able to kill Slender Man. Why not kill a ghost? The assassin picks flowers. Red diverts Pinkamena Diane Pie's attention and runs away. The rake makes a wooden spear, but not a rake, because, we are not farmers here, or groundskeepers. Ben drowns, sprains his ankle while running away from Tiki Toby. The Sandman is prickled by thorns while picking berries. Squidward Suicide tends to Jeff the Killer's wounds. Tails Doll injures himself. Well, that's probably why he's covered in blood. Laughing Jack overhears Suicide Mouse and Zalgo talking in the distance. Sonic.exe tries to spearfish with a trident. Eyeless Jack constructs a shack. Herobrine constructs a shack, as he would. He's Minecraft. He's from Minecraft. Of course he would construct a shack. And Happy Appy receives medical supplies from an unknown sponsor. 5 cannon shots can be heard in the distance from the first day alone. Slender Man, the Skin Taker, Mr. Widemouth, Negative Mickey, and Ghost, all gone. I can't believe it. This actually kind of hurts me to watch this, to see these monsters kill each other. I mean, it's kind of cool to see they're finally vulnerable. They can finally be destroyed. But it's also like, well, they good stories. Most of them were good. But night 1 starts, and that's where it really starts to ramp up at nighttime, when these things can crawl out and kill their victims. Squidward Suicide goes to sleep. Smile Dog and Happy Appy hold hands. Jeff the Killer is unable to start a fire and sleeps without warmth. Suicide Mouse is unable to start a fire and also sleeps without warmth. Maybe they were both trying to start a fire at the same place but just couldn't do it. Herobrine tends to his wounds. Yeah, constructing shacks is real dangerous work. Zalgo receives an explosive from an unknown sponsor. Ben Drown climbs a tree to rest. Jane the Killer sees a fire, but stays hidden. Don't put all your eggs in one basket, Jane. Eyeless Jack convinces the rake to snuggle with him. Laughing Jack goes to sleep. Sonic.exe stabs Tails in the back with a trident. I can just imagine, like, Sonic.exe, he was spearfishing with a trident during the day, and it just wasn't working. He was just so mad. And then when it's like Tails Doll was coming up to him and just gonna be like, "Hi, Sonic," he's just like, "Ah!" and just stabs him, and Tails Doll's just like, "Sonic, why?" and then just dies. Sonic.exe is just like, "You weren't fast enough," and just pulls it out, and it's just like, does his evil laugh thing. Pinkamena Diane Pie looks at the night sky. The assassin, the Sandman, and Red sleep in shifts, and Tiki Toby loses sight of where he is. Day 2 begins. Tiki Toby sprains his ankle while running away from the Sandman. Eyeless Jack begs for Sonic.exe to kill him. He refuses, keeping Eyeless Jack alive because he simply wants him to suffer. That is all. That is the only reason he is kept alive. Squidward Suicide and Red work together for the day. Smile Dog, Ben Drown, and Pinkamena Diane Pie start fighting. Ben Drown runs away as Smile Dog kills Pinkamena Diane Pie. The dog, the demon dog thing, kills the pony. I guess that makes sense. In a logical way. Suicide Mouse chases the rake. Herobrine defeats Laughing Jack in a fight but spares his life because Laughing Jack is simply not Herobrine's prey. That's why he kept him alive. The Assassin makes a slingshot. Zalgo receives an explosive from an unknown sponsor. Happy Appy thinks about home. Jeff the Killer collects fruit from a tree. And Jane the Killer dies trying to escape the arena. Jane, why would you do that? Your hubby was already in there. You don't have to get out. Come on. Things have kind of slowed down. Only 3 cannon shots can be heard in the distance. The Tails Doll, Pinkamena Diane Pie, and Jane the Killer all fallen in battle. This sucks and it stinks. Well, I mean, like, maybe for you, but not really for me. None of my tributes died that day, so, you know, I'm doing pretty good with myself. The Assassin sets up camp for the night. During night 2, Ben Drowned, the Rake fight Jeff the Killer and Herobrine, and Jeff the Killer and Herobrine survive. Well, of course they would. Jeff the Killer is an overpowered mofo, and Herobrine's like some sort of demon. The Rake is a powerful creature, and Ben Drowned is a spirit, so I mean, Jeff the Killer probably killed the Rake, and Herobrine killed Ben Drowned. They also have that connection with them both being from video games, so that probably caused even more reason why they fought each other. Eyeless Jack tries to sleep himself to sing. Yeah, that's what he does. No, he sings himself to sleep, or at least he tries to. Happy Appy starts a fire. Tiki Toby kills Squidward Suicide for his supplies. Toby, coming out of the wetworks, finally getting himself a kill, and it being Squidward Suicide. Looks like Squidward won't be putting that barrel in against his head anytime soon. Or was it in his mouth? I don't quite remember. It's really morbid. Okay, I know I probably should have put this at the beginning, but like, if you're squeamish in any way, or you don't like scary stuff, you don't need to read or listen to any of these scary stories. It's okay. You'll just miss out on some good stories, is all. The Sandman receives fresh food from an unknown sponsor. Sonic.exe and Zalgo sleep in ships. Laughing Jack and Red talk about the tribute still alive. Smile Dog goes to sleep, and Suicide Mouse is awoken by nightmares. What kind of nightmares would plague a Suicide Mouse, though? Maybe ones of really big cheese. Maybe. Day 3. Happy Appy and Herobrine hunt for their tributes. The Assassin tries to sleep through the entire day like lazy bones. That's okay, because, you know, he's more effective at night. Night is very important to the story that he's in. Speaking of which, I think I'm going to read the story after I freaking do this freaking Hunger Games. I want to go read that one again. That one's really good. Suicide Mouse constructs a shack. Jeff the Killer chases Smile Dog. Red begs for Laughing Jack to kill him, but he refuses, keeping Red alive, and that's important. Red, don't give in. Remember, you fought Godzilla on multiple occasions in SNES Godzilla. You can do this. Sonic.exe thinks about home. Tiki Toby practices his archery. Not quite his forte, but, I mean, you gotta do what you gotta do. The Sandman is prickled by thorns while picking some berries. Zalgo scares Eyeless Jack off. 3 cannon shots can be heard in the distance on day 3. Ben Drowned, the Rake, and Squidward Suicide all fallen in battle. To be honest, I think Ben Drowned may be, like, a bit overhyped as a creepypasta, but, I mean, it's still good. It's still a good creepypasta, Ben Drowned. It's definitely creepy. Night 3. Herobrine receives a hatchet from an unknown sponsor, or maybe he just made it himself. I mean, maybe he finally got a crafting table. Red fends the Assassin, Tiki Toby, and Eyeless Jack away with his fire. Good job, Red, not killing the assassin and staying alive yourself. It's always good. Sonic.exe is awoken by nightmares. Probably the nightmares of him killing Tails' doll. I mean, I could just imagine that would probably be a terrible thing. But you really gotta think, what nightmares do these things, these creatures of the night, these creatures of terror have? I mean, maybe it's like the Pyro from Team Fortress 2, how it's like he perceives the world as like sunshines and rainbows. Maybe that's their nightmares, is sunshine and rainbows. Happy Appy, Zalgo, and the Sandman sleep in shifts. I almost said the Sleep Man. I just really want them to sleep, okay? Smile Dog tends to Suicide Mouse's wounds. Laughing Jack thinks about winning, and Jeff the Killer receives a hatchet from an unknown sponsor. Probably mad at them that they didn't send a knife. Because that's what he needs, is a knife. He's Jeff the Killer. He does knives. Day 4. Tiki Toby poisons the assassin's drink. He drinks it and dies. No, assassin! Why were you undone by Tiki Toby of all people? Freaking Jeff the Killer clone, Tiki Toby. You disappoint me, assassin. You disappoint me. Zalgo chases Sonic.exe, but he cannot catch him because Sonic gotta go fast. Red stalks the Sandman. Eyeless Jack and Smile Dog hunt for other tributes. Herobrine defeats Jeff the Killer in a fight, but spares his life. For some reason, I don't know what. Laughing Jack picks flowers, and Happy Appy kills Suicide Mouse with a hatchet. Holy crap, that apple has something against mice. I'm telling you, 2 cannon shots can be heard in the distance. The assassin and Suicide Mouse both fallen in battle. The assassin, I definitely love his creepypasta, and I believe there's a follow-up to it as well that's like Skyrim, not Morrowind. Suicide Mouse is still good, but I think future Disney creepypastas have just done the creep factor better. Night 4. Red looks at the night sky. Jeff the Killer, Laughing Jack, and Zalgo discuss the games and what might happen in the morning. Smile Dog sets up camp for the night. Tiki Toby questions his sanity. You shouldn't do that! Tiki Toby, you're already gone. You don't have any sanity left. Eyeless Jack dies of thirst. Well, he didn't have any eyes, so I mean, he can't find water. He's just too busy cutting out people's kidneys or whatever, because that's what he does. He takes your kidney like a jerk. It's like, why take my kidney? Why even do that? Why not just kill me? Kill me would be a lot easier. Then I wouldn't have to live with the trauma of only having one kidney. Eyeless Jack, come on. Happy Appy destroys the Sandman supplies while he is asleep. Sonic.exe quietly hums, and Herobrine tends to his wounds. Day 5. Lots of death has still happened, but not an arena event yet, or the feast, so we gotta watch out for those. Herobrine stalks Smile Dog. Jeff the Killer strangles Zalgo after engaging in a fist fight. Dang, man, Jeff the Killer abandoning his hatchet, abandoning his stabby tendencies, and flat out choking a bitch out. And a demon of that! So, good on you, Jeff. I mean, you're doing pretty good so far. Laughing Jack overhears the Sandman and Happy Appy talking in the distance. Sonic.exe practices his archery. Tiki Toby makes a wooden spear, and Red accidentally steps on a landmine. Are you kidding me? Red, why would you be that stupid? Dang it, Red, you were my last tribute. Okay, I guess I gotta choose another one. It's hard choosing between all these ones. I don't really want to go, don't want to go for Sonic.exe or Jeff the Killer. They're too mainstream. No. You know what? I'm going to go crazy. I'm going to go with Laughing Jack. That's who I'm going to go with. I'm going to go with the deranged clown. Alrighty, 3 cannon shots can be heard in the distance. Eyeless Jack, Zalgo, and Red all fallen in battle. Red, I freaking hate it that you died this way. You should have died a lot better. Or at least killed 2 of them on your way out. Come on, Red, you're better than that. Night 5. Tiki Toby screams for help. Sonic.exe starts a fire. The Sandman, Smile Dog, and Happy Appy sleep in shifts. Laughing Jack defeats Jeff the Killer in a fight, but spares his life. For some reason! Again! I don't know what! And Herobrine screams for help. The feast! The feast! We're going to the feast! Creepypasta the feast. Creepypasta feast. Will there be pasta? Probably. The cornucopia is replenished with food, supplies, weapons, and memoirs from the tribute's families, or the lack of families that they have. Just saying, none of these guys really have families. Most of them killed their own family, so... The Sandman and Smile Dog decide not to go to the feast. Always a good idea. Jeff the Killer, Tiki Toby, Laughing Jack, and Herobrine team up and grab food, supplies, weapons, and memoirs, and then get the heck out of there. Sonic.exe decides not to go to the feast, and Happy Appy sobs while gripping a photo of his friends and family. You don't have friends or family, Happy Appy. You don't. Day 6. The Sandman sprains an ankle while running away from Herobrine. You can't escape Herobrine, he just teleports. Happy Appy discovers a river. Jeff the Killer, Laughing Jack, Sonic.exe, and Smile Dog track down and kill Tiki Toby. Jeff the Killer didn't like there being a knockoff of him around, so just decided to kill him off. Only one cannon shot could be heard in the distance. Only Tiki Toby has fallen in battle. But we are on to night 6, and we are down to only 7 more tributes. Night 6. The Sandman tends to his wounds. Happy Appy climbs a tree to rest. I mean, he would probably feel right at home in an apple. In a tree. Because he has an apple. Damn it! What is wrong with my brain? I think I'm just really tired. I think that's what it is. I'm just tired. But, dang it, I need to get this one out. I need to finish this Hunger Games for you guys. You know, maybe I'm not tired. Maybe it's the fact that we're dealing with all of these creepypastas is finally starting to warp my mind. I guess we'll just have to wait and see at the very end. Jeff the Killer is unable to start a fire and sleeps without warmth. Laughing Dog loses sight of where he is. Laughing Jack and Herobrine tell stories about themselves to each other. And Sonic.exe is unable to start a fire and sleeps without warmth. Day 7. Jeff the Killer runs away from Sonic.exe, but you can't outrun Sonic.exe! Gotta go fast! You can't outrun him, you never can! Laughing Jack and Herobrine work together for the day. Smile Dog's trap kills the Sandman, and Happy Appy fishes. So, the Sandman has fallen in battle, the only tribute to have died this day. Night 7. Smile Dog and Herobrine ho for warmth. Sonic.exe quietly hums. Laughing Jack screams for help. Probably laughs afterwards. And Jeff the Killer kills Happy Appy for his supplies. He just cut up that apple with his knife. It was easy. Day 8. Laughing Jack and Smile Dog work together for the day. Herobrine injures himself. Sonic.exe tries to spearfish with a trident. And that didn't work out too well last time. You tried, but then at the end of the day, you ended up killing Tails' doll. So maybe he'll kill someone else when night comes. And Jeff the Killer dies of hypothermia. Well, I guess his thin hoodie couldn't keep out all the cold. So now he is dead. Sort of a very insulting way of hypothermia, really. He should have gone down to a blaze of glory. This is almost as bad as someone dying of dysentery. Jeff the Killer, man. Died of hypothermia. I can see the headlines now. 2 cannon shots can be heard in the distance. Happy Appy and Jeff the Killer both fallen in battle. Jeff the Killer's the one that killed Happy Appy for his supplies. Real good those supplies really did. Alrighty. Night 8. Sonic.exe, Herobrine, and Smile Dog cheerfully sing songs together! And Laughing Jack unknowingly eats toxic berries! Dang it, I'm completely out of this Hunger Games. I have the worst luck with freaking creepypastas, man. Laughing Jack's dead. Alrighty, day 9. Smile Dog receives fresh food from an unknown sponsor. And Sonic.exe sets an explosive bomb, killing Herobrine! Holy crap! Once again, some video game on video game violence here. Video game creepypastas really don't like each other. But with the death of Laughing Jack and Herobrine, we are down to the final 2. The final 2 creepypasta creatures. Who will be the victor? Sonic.exe poisons Smile Dog's drink, but mistakes it for his own and dies! Sonic! At the very end of the day, you may have been fast, you may have been demonic, but you were stupid! Which means that the winner is Smile Dog from District 8! My lord, Smile Dog, the demon dog JPEG that was sent over the internet to haunt your dreams, is the one who has won this Hunger Games. I can't believe it, my friends. This was a good creepypasta Hunger Games. I really liked this one. I liked going through it. It sucks I didn't win, but hey, I'm pretty sure a few of you guys won out there. Be sure to leave comments down below whether you won or didn't. Also, leave comments of future ideas for future Hunger Game simulations that I may do. And until next time, my friends, this has been Hunger Games Simulation Creepypasta Edition. And until next time, my friends, I want you to be a good person, tip your waitresses, keep moving forward, and I'll see you next time. I'm out there in YouTube land. I'll see you then. Yeah!